った一つたった一つのたった一人たった一人の私はここ
Hello and welcome to Advanced Nerd Life Studies Syllabus 3. In today's class, we'll be studying the life cycle of a peculiar specimen, the anime fan.
Why don't you watch anime?
I don't watch anime because it just doesn't catch my attention. When I first see it, I like the graphics, but it's not humorous to me. And I really like humorous cartoons.
Would you be willing to watch anime?
I would be, as long as it's not too long and it catches my attention right off the bat.
Too long.
Too long, like if,
Episode?
yeah, like the episode's just too long and I just haven't been caught.
So like an hour long episode?
Yeah, that's dead. I can't do it. It's just not gonna work for me.
Okay, let's see. Do you think anime is weird?
I don't think it's weird. I like the little sayings like "Hamaha." I thought it's pretty cool. You know how they run. I
What they say when they're running or something?
like when they do their little, you know, they have their little side effects. I think that's really cute. Or when they're literally a little run, you know, I like seeing people imitate that in public. I think that's pretty cool. I wouldn't do that, but you know, that's about it.
Okay. So you don't think it's weird? You just like.
It's just not for me.
It's not okay.
And I accept it.
You like little kitty cartoons.
Exactly.
Do you think people that love anime are weird?
I don't think so. People are allowed to like what they like. It's just I accept them for who they are. It's just not for me.
Why do you think people like anime?
Maybe they just like how the fake fighting is really cool. Like you can't punch people.
Like super fast?
Yeah, that's not possible. You can't run super fast. Right, you can't jump up in the sky and like come down on somebody and punch them. That's so unrealistic. But maybe they like that and they're just like, that's pretty cool. Who jumps off buildings and live when they fight people?
What are people called?
Stuntman?
Yeah, like no, free runners. When they
You mean people who do parkour?
Yeah, parkour. People who do parkour, they do that.
Okay, they're not cartoons though.
They be running around, jumping off buildings. All this real.
It's not the same.
No, okay.
Anime fans start their life off in their chrysalis, ready to metamorphosize into their fully grown form. At this point, they may or may not be aware of what anime is. Perhaps they only saw Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon as a kid, or maybe they've attempted to watch Attack on Titan and have even said that they like anime. But at this point they still lump shows like Avatar and Ruby into the same category without batting an eye, signifying the lesser developed brain of this early phase. The scientific name for this stage is referred to as trux fortuita, a Latin phrase which in modern English translates approximately to filthy casual. They will remain in this form until they stumble upon one show that lights their desire to actively seek out more anime. This will mark the awakening.
My name is Tevin McKnight. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Why do you watch anime?
Anime is it's essentially like a cartoon. It's like a TV show. Why not watch it? You know how everybody else just watch the news or might watch like Home Improvement. I just watch anime. It's nothing but a cartoon show or reality TV show with cartoons in. So my favorite anime of all time, that's tough. I used to watch this anime that came on Adult Swim a long time ago. It was called Scry.
Tell us what it's about.
Scry was about this, to make a long story short, some huge explosion just kind of happened in this area in Japan, and it just gave everybody powers. They were called alter users because they could alter reality into their, from manifestations of their personality, and it gave them powers. And there was this one guy, my boy, who pretty much just had this fist. It was just his whole arm just transformed. That was his power. He was like, I'm just gonna punch the crap out of you. And yeah, the original One Punch Man. He was really out there with this thing, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, between that story, that was the first time I seen the first normal anime conflict, the protagonist who's this rough around the edges but who's just real strong, And then the other protagonist, who's his rival, who's this smooth guy who had all the training. That's that normal, everything that you see everywhere. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, all that. That's where I first seen it at. Escried or Scried. I don't know how to say it, but the first anime? Okay, well, in that case, you kind of got to go back to classics. I wouldn't really put nobody into starting off with some of the animes that's going on now. You would have to already like and understand the references or the culture with it. If I told somebody to start off with something, I would probably go a little older. It's kind of an older anime. It's a movie, actually. It's called Akira. That was the first movie I ever saw. And Akira kind of like, matter of fact, yeah, right here, matter of fact, yeah. This movie, it gave you everything that a real movie would have, on everything. This guy right here, your boy, this main character, he slicked Denzel Washington. That was the whole movie. The whole movie was Denzel Washington, who had a best friend. They grew up together. They technically from the hood, because they was doing what they had to do, get whatever. They ran into a lot of issues. To make a long story short, his best friend had problems, got into it, developed this, what he thought was power, went too far with it. The power just manifested itself, took control over him, and his friend was just trying to help him out. Of course, he gave his friend backlash, which he shouldn't have did. The story is a tragedy, more or less. But this is a great animated story.
My name is Allison Grittich, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, so why do you watch anime?
I watch anime because I find the storylines to be really interesting, and I like how most of the storylines deal with like stuff in the Bible, like angels and devils, and I believe in that, and I feel like there is some type of magic in the world dealing with angels and devils and stuff, so I kind of I like it. Okay, so I'm like an apprentice anime watcher right now, so I haven't really watched enough, but for right now, people love anime because of the world it brings us, like this imagination, all these powers that we could possibly have. They stretch their mind to points that we can't personally as regular human beings, and I love how it goes into a different culture other than American culture, because I feel like it's important for us to learn about other cultures and pastimes, because they go into Japan in like the 1500s and stuff like that in certain anime. So I feel like it's important to learn about different cultures, and I love the storylines because they can relate to real life things that's happening.
What was your first anime?
I think my first anime was Yu-Gi-Oh! It was definitely Yu-Gi-Oh! Between Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, because I used to trade Yu-Gi-Oh! cards. I was like, hey yo, I got this. What's up, bro? What's up? I got this. That was like the thing, Yu-Gi-Oh! cards.
What don't you like about anime?
The things I don't like about anime, I don't like when they draw out episodes, like a fight scene would be like 18 episodes, and I'd be like, bruh, like, somebody just win or lose or die, or I need it to like happen right now. I need to know what's going to happen. I want to know what's happening right now. And that's why I'm like a horrible binge watcher, because I'm like, I watch one episode, I'm like, dang, I really want to know what's going to happen next. So I just keep watching. But if a fight is happening like 5 episodes long, I'm going to get bored, and I'm going to skip over the fight scenes of the whole episode and get to the end. Subs all the way, because dubbed, their voices sound funny, and I feel like you don't really get to see what they're really saying. I just hate their voices, but when it's subbed, I like it a lot better. Can I tell everybody that that Shamaru's bae?
Yeah, go
and I would marry him?
Talk about what's on the shelf.
Okay, so this is Inuyasha, and I love this show so much. I feel like this is like the anime that made me like really love anime, and it says Shamaru is like my husband, and I would completely date him, and he's mine. I would follow him around like Ren. Favorite character right now for My Hero Academia is Bakugo. Like, I don't know if you can really see him. His back is turned. but he's like so intense and passionate, and he like every time he talks he's yelling, and he's like, somebody will be like, hey, he'd be like, don't say hey to me. Like, I just love how intense and passionate he is about fighting. Like, if he doesn't win in the proper and justice way, then he'll get upset, which I love that so much about him. So what?
Once finished with adolescence, subjects will start developing this thing called taste. This will signify a maturity in the life cycle. This is when they start understanding what appeals to them and start aligning themselves with certain factions. If they find that they like a lot of shows in the shonen genre, for example, they are known as shonen tards. Gundam fans are known as Gundam tards. Moe fans are known as Moe tards. And idol fans are known as cancer. They may even find that a show causes them to have such a deep-rooted appreciation that they want to show their appreciation in another way than simply just watching it, which unavoidably leads to merchandise. While the idea of spending money on anime trinkets may have seemed alien before, once their merchandise virginity is taken, there is no looking back. What starts as a small purchase of a cool poster gradually leads to bigger and bigger purchases before eventually they are selling their left kidney to the black market to pre-order that limited edition Jabami Yumenko figure that goes on sale next year.
Hi, I'm Nia and I like anime.
What's your favorite anime?
Lucky Star.
Lucky Star.
Lucky Star is what is called a slice of life anime, and it follows 4 friends as they go through high school and they get up to not necessarily weird things, but it's kind of very fitting, and it kind of reflects like real life and my life a little bit as well, and it's just funny. Slice of life is just, it kind of resonates with me a little bit. It kind of shows what normal life is, sort of, kind of, for some people at the very least. The thing that I really like about anime is actually the storylines, mainly because anime gives you something that's slightly different than American cartoons in a way. So shipping is a slang word that stands for relationships or relationshiping, which is basically where you either create relationships that don't necessarily exist in the show, or you celebrate ones that do. So a lot of the time, people who watch a certain show, there'll be like the one true pair, the OTP of the show, which they will end up getting a ship name. And
How do the ship names usually work?
ship names typically come from a combination of the characters' names themselves. Some recent animes that I've watched are The High School Life of a Fudanshi, Rasen Maiden, How to Keep a Mummy, and The Irregular at Magic High School. So this rabbit is Uza-chan, and this is actually the stuffed animal of a stuffed animal from an anime called Ouran High School Host Club. That anime is about a commoner girl going to a private school for rich people, so that's why she's called a commoner. And she ends up kind of against her will working at a host club in the school.
Only once they have cycled through all these stages will they reach their final stage, true acceptance. At this most mature point in their life cycle, an anime fan will come to accept who they really are and enter a rebirth having achieved oneness with their self-identity.